I'm a pretty firm believer that you can do anything with the ukulele, and any kind of music can sound good. But what really made me think of connecting the ukulele to bluegrass was the high G string. The high G string resembles the high fifth string on a five-string banjo, and it's what allows you to do certain kinds of rolls and things like that. So when I actually tried transferring some of the banjo techniques to uke, it worked. In bluegrass banjo, there are these they call them three-finger rolls. It's really two fingers and a thumb, of course. And there's also, by the way, in the bluegrass uke book, in addition to the bluegrass rolls, I also do another banjo technique called clawhammer that also depends on this high string up here. So I can talk about that for just a moment. That's where you pick a single string down with your index finger with the fingernail, and then brush down, and then with your finger on the high strings, and then pick the fourth string with your thumb, so you get this kind of a sound. And that's more of an old-time banjo technique that precedes bluegrass, but it also works really well on the ukulele because of that high G string. So here's going with the clawhammer style. It's all about selecting individual strings with your index finger. Oh, I gotta say, some people use their middle finger for the lead finger in clawhammer, but assuming it's the index finger. I guess one good way to get control over that is to practice doing the different strings. For example, if you play a C chord, you can go first string and then brush thumb, second string, brush thumb, third string, like that. You can just alternate them. Another thing is to start playing melodies. The whole point, or one of the main points of clawhammer, is to actually pick out melody notes with the index finger, the one that's picking down. So, and then fill in with the strumming. And of course, doing that, you have to be selecting the individual notes. And I always tell people, if you practice the major scale, then you know where those individual notes are. So the first thing would be to pick out the melody, and then to fill it up with those, with that brushing down and thumbing the fourth string. So, like that. Now, let me also mention that Pete Seeger popularized a slight variation of the clawhammer style, where instead of picking down with your fingernail on the individual strings, you pick up the flesh of your index fingers. So the three-finger rolls, well, here's one of them. And I'm playing a C chord. Starting with your index finger, you go index, middle, that's 2, 1, 2, 1, and then 4, 2, 1, 5, like this. 2, 1, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 5. Here's the sound. So that's one of the rolls. And you can actually play a melody and go. So on. Now I switched at one point to the third string with my index finger, and that made it 3, 1, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1, 5. It's index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb. That goes like this. Index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb. I figure if I can actually say it while I'm playing it, I must be doing it slowly. That's 8 beats, and most of them are 8 strokes like that, 8 beats. Here's one that's only 4 beats. You start with the thumb on the third string, and then index picks the second, thumb picks the fourth, middle picks the first. So it's 3, 2, 4, 1, or thumb, index, thumb, middle. 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1. Thumb, index, thumb, middle. Thumb, index, thumb, middle, like that. And it has this kind of lope to it rhythmically. This nice slow tempo, although you can speed it up too. Medium tempo one, and one more really interesting one. Here's just what they call a forward roll, where you go 2-1-4, 2-1-4, 2-1, like index, middle, thumb, index, middle, thumb, index, middle. It's like going index, middle, thumb 3 times, but leaving off the last beat, so you get 8 instead of 9. 2-1-4, 2-1-4, 2-1, and the trick is to repeat them with no break in between them. And you do this over and over again while watching TV with the sound off, so that you're not thinking about it. Now those rolls, you need to practice the rolls and get them real fast, but in fact, most people, when they play, they mix them all up. They don't just do one over and over and over.